a shot here. So 2, 3, 4. Almost there. Right, let's go for it. 2, 3, 4. Third time's the charm.
Salah 2 kali. Yeah.
Not got the touch he has, that's for sure.
Panggal. Hai guys, welcome back to my channel. Jumpa lagi dengan saya Vicky Himpo. Aku berharap kalian semua berada dalam keadaan yang sehat selalu. Video kali ini kita akan kembali lagi membahas soal Sepur Tua atau Kereta Tua, lagu original Mas Alipbata, yang dimana menurut saya secara pribadi tingkat kesulitannya itu sangat-sangat benar-benar sangat tinggi guys. Aku pun sudah mempelajari itu, tapi aku mempelajari secara terpisah bass lainnya dan kemudian melodi lainnya. Jadi itu benar-benar aku tahu bahwa memerlukan banyak waktu untuk praktis fingerstyle-nya, bass line dan melodi lain secara bersamaan. Aku tahu itu benar-benar sulit untuk pelajari itu dan butuh waktu yang sangat-sangat lama untuk mempelajari. Mungkin saja polanya ataupun bass line dan melodinya mungkin saja kita sudah tahu, tapi untuk mensinkronisasikan antara tangan kiri tangan kanan, bassline dan melodi lain secara bersamaan itu memerlukan waktu yang cukup lama. Aku harus menyediakan banyak waktu untuk praktis untuk bisa setidaknya sedikit sama temponya dengan Mas Alipbata. Itu luar biasa sulit. Sedangkan aku belajar satu persatu saja untuk melodi lainnya itu sangat-sangat susah guys. Itu benar-benar sakit, jari aku sampai sakit guys. Aku nggak bohong, jari-jari aku sampai sakit. Jadi aku sudah upload tadi yang kayak seperti ini. Aku membuat dengan cara saya sendiri. Aku tidak memaksakan diri saya sendiri karena saya tahu ini sangat susah, dan aku coba dengan cara yang seperti ini. Ya, melakukan 2 kali take bass line dan melodi lain secara bersama-sama. Sedangkan Mas Alip saja hanya butuh seorang diri saja. Tapi ya, saya bukan Mas Alipbata. Mas Alipbata itu berada jauh di atas saya, dan saya hanya berusaha untuk menghibur kalian dengan cara seperti ini. Ya, ini cara saya guys. Oke, jadi nanti setelah ini kita akan melihat ya, ada orang lain musisi luar negeri yang melakukan apa yang saya lakukan, mempelajari Mas Alipbata. Tapi nanti sebentar. Itu arpeggio-nya susah sekali Pak. Crescendo. Oke, itu adalah coveran saya ya, menggunakan sedikit kecurangan di sana untuk mempermudah saya sebenarnya. Karena ya, saya sangat tahu betul dan saya tidak memungkiri bahwa Mas Alipbata itu sangat luar biasa membuat lagu ini dengan tingkat kesulitan, dan saya akui bahwa saya masih belum bisa untuk melakukan seperti yang Mas Alipbata lakukan, seperti yang dikatakan oleh Reaktor yang kemarin dia mengatakan hanya Alipbata yang bisa lakukan ini dengan waktu, timing, tempo yang sempurna. That's crazy guys. Ya, jujur saja untuk melakukan lick seperti ini, melodinya saja itu benar-benar susah karena transisi-transisi yang sangat cepat, melodi-melodi yang Mas Alipbata itu benar-benar padat, sehingga benar-benar harus dilakukan dengan konsentrasi yang sangat tinggi. Dan saya akan buktikan kepada teman-teman bahwa memang ini benar-benar rumit dan sulit untuk dipelajari. Kita akan melihat bagaimana ada seorang gitaris pro asal luar negeri yang akan mencoba untuk mempelajari fingerstyle Mas Alipbata. Dan jika teman-teman ingin menyaksikan full video, aku akan sertakan linknya di deskripsi. Juga jika teman-teman ingin menyaksikan full video saya melakukan cover seperti itu, kalian bisa lihat saja di channel saya. Itu baru diupload, itu pastinya ada di paling atas. Oke, kita akan langsung saja ke channelnya guys ya. Pasti teman-teman juga sudah tahu dia seringkali melakukan bedah kepada lagu-lagunya Mas Alipbata. Oke, there you go. Kita akan langsung play.
As ever, just a mind-blowing performance. Everything was so cleanly played there. Very pristine, very precise play, and it's really... I'm going to try and break some of this down, but fingerstyle is not my forte. I'm more of a kind of electric player, so you might have to bear with me here. So one of the first things that's worthwhile checking out if you're trying to work out his music for yourself is what tuning he's in. Now the chord he did at the end, I do recognise that chord. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to that, I'm going to look at his fingering, see if I can replicate it without having to tune anything.
Alright.
Okay, so the good news is it sounds and looks very much like he's in standard tuning. This final chord, I can definitely master this one. The rest of the song, I'm not so sure about. We've got this. Brilliant way to finish it off.
Oh, itu yang terakhir ya.
He's kind of leaving out this bottom string, second fret on this.
Oh ya, tali 5 dan tali 2.
Second fret here, and just strumming through that with his nail. So let's work back from there. Let's look at the final phrase he's doing. So to give you an insight as to how
yang terakhir guys ya.
Break this stuff down, part of it is from learning music and you build up a bit of a vocabulary, but a strong part of it, particularly when it's this caliber of playing, this sophisticated, is using the tools that YouTube provides. So a lot of the time I'll just use the cog.
Jadi dia mau melambatkan speed kecepatan dari video tersebut. Ya, aku juga sering melakukan hal itu jika ingin membedah 0,5.
So I'm putting it down to half speed here. Hopefully that will be alright. I can kind of tell that the line is going. I can hear that the line is using the blues note, going down to the fourth, the flat third, and then the open string. It's kind of where it's going, and then we have that beautiful. But I can tell that he's not going to play something as simple as that.
Slide.
So let's watch his fingers and see what the master's up to. Okay, so he's using octaves. So this is playing one note and playing the same note but higher. So it looked to me like he was sliding in like that. Okay, so an example of an octave, this string is an A string. This note on the second fret on the G string is also an A. So when we play those together, we'd call that octaves. Same note here, lower, same note higher. What he's doing is playing those two strings, sliding up on here by a semitone to this B flat, right, which would be the blues note. But oh no, he's not just doing that, he's simultaneously using his first finger to hammer on this first fret on the A string, right? So you have this octave sliding into another octave because we've got a B flat here and a B flat here. So you have, try and get that a bit cleaner because he's playing it quite fast as well. It's more of what you'd call a grace note slide. So rather than it being a full length note, it's more of kind of just sliding into it gracefully to add a little bit of pizzazz to the music. So that's what a grace note is, a kind of quicker note, right? So he's doing that. I've got the first note.
Ambil gitar guys.
So his fingers move so elegantly, it's difficult to tell what he's doing. Okay, I think that's probably the way he's fingering it. So we're sliding up with the hammer on, back down to here, and then he's doing octaves using G. So he's fretting the low G here, I think, and then rather than playing the G here, like this kind of shape we've been using across these strings, right? Instead of using that shape, he's using the open G string. So he's playing the open G there, lower G here, again octaves. So you got that slide, back down, open G, and then I think it's just an E. Let's double check it. And a harmonic. Yeah, that one, okay. Beautiful. So, you think you have it, then he throws a harmonic at you. Amazing stuff. Right, so the harmonic I think was here. So this 5th fret on the E string, and you're resting your finger just above the fret wire. If you pick these closer to the bridge, they tend to ring out a bit more cleanly. Just for example, if I play it here, it's a bit more muffled. If you go closer to the bridge, where there's more tension, you can hit the strings a bit harder, you tend to get a slightly more resonant natural harmonic. So if you struggle with harmonics and you find they're always kind of sounding dull or muted, try picking a bit closer to the bridge. And then I think it's just the chord, but let's double check it to make sure he's not putting any more sneaky wee tricks there. He has put a sneaky trick in. He's playing the harmonic down on the low E string at the same time. Okay, beautiful. I wouldn't have caught that if I hadn't watched it again. So it's the same idea as the harmonic we did here, but down on the low E string, still at the 5th fret. You're going to want to hit that one with your thumb while you simultaneously play the 5th fret up on the E string, the high E string. So there's two ways to tackle this. You can do like I was doing there and rest your entire finger across the fretboard, across the fret. Or you can use two different fingers. It's much of a muchness that's difficult to do both ways because you need to be quite accurate to get the harmonic. But two ways to try it nonetheless. And it's final triple check to make sure there's not any sneaky tricks he's put in here. So if you watched him there, it looked to me like he was using his little finger to get the harmonics. I don't think mine's quite long enough to get all the way across the fretboard successfully. Just about. Now I'd have to use my 3rd finger, 2nd, 1st, or use 2 fingers like I'd said. Okay, so breaking it down and playing it slowly. Is one thing. It might take me a while to get up to speed, but I'll give it my best shot here. So 2, 3, 4. Almost there. Right, let's go for it. 2, 3, 4. 3rd time's the charm.
Salah 2 kali.
Not got the touch he has, that's for sure. Just about got my way through it. So if, like myself, you really like this style of playing but are fairly new to it, the way to get used to it is to just do it slowly, so build up the stamina. If you find a move like this difficult, that's because it is. It's very hard to play. So the trick is to break it down into different components. Get used to sliding up, for example, on that G string, just a semitone. Get used to hammering on that A string. Then try adding them together, right? Once you can do one part of it and then the other part, the trick is to combine both finger actions into one hand. Other than that, just take it slow. I was running before I can walk with this. I've not got under my fingers properly, but if you've got that down, just nice and slow. And with stuff like the harmonic, eyeball your finger, make sure it's above the fret wire and hope for the best. And as I say, I should be taking my own advice if you play closer to the bridge, much more prominent. That final beautiful chord. So if you use your nail and just run it lightly across the strings, you get that really kind of nice, bright, shiny timbre. And again, kind of closer to the bridge. If you play it here, it's going to be a bit softer, a bit more muddy. If you go for here, get that nice kind of shimmer, that nice spot. Okay, so one more time slowly for good measure. This is as well, to put this in context, this is like, it takes him like what?
Actually dia ambil materi yang dimana mungkin paling mudah di semua part. Aku kira dia mau membedah di part pertama aja lah, yang dimana bassline-nya itu walking bass, jalan terus, never stop. Ini diambil di part yang terakhir. It's okay, tapi ini memberikan edukasi juga, guys.
Probably about 10 minutes to figure out and try and get somewhere in the ballpark. Okay, for good measure, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So hopefully that was useful to you. As I say, just a tiny smidgen of a song, but when it's this level of playing, sometimes that's all you can aim for. So I hope you guys still enjoyed this despite the slightly different format. If you want more Alip reactions, you can check out there.
Oke guys, nah itu baru bilang reaksi, ada manfaat dan edukasi sekalipun itu yang sedikit. Ya, sekelas gitaris pro luar negeri saja masih pikir panjang untuk mencoba membedah di part yang pertama atau part kedua. Sedangkan part yang ketika saja kalian bisa melihat itu dia agak kesulitan untuk memberikan prakteknya, ya. Itu benar-benar sulit jika kalian mau menjelaskan apalagi secara cepat untuk part 1, part 2, part 3 fingerstyle mas alipbata, karena bassline-nya itu jalan terus, kemudian melodi yang singkop-singkop itu membuat kalian harus benar-benar mempunyai sinkronisasi otak kiri otak kanan yang berbeda-beda, tidak sama semuanya guys ya. Itu benar-benar kewalahan. Ya, kalau dia katakan tadi, ya itu part yang terakhir ya. Pa. Jadi dan itu sebenarnya ya seperti yang dikatakan tadi, oktav ya, high note dan low note. High note-nya yang ini ya. Low note kalian belajar untuk melakukan secara bersama-sama jadi seperti ini. Itu mudah guys, aku katakan itu mudah. Itu mungkin part yang paling mudah di lagu ini. Tapi kalau yang sedangkan yang apanya melodinya part satu ya, bassnya ini kalian harus menjaga seperti ini. Melodinya kalian harus jaga, dan bagaimana kalian harus menggabungkan kedua itu. Tuh, itu benar-benar sulit guys. Jadi makanya aku memilih untuk mengambil 2 kali take karena itu cara yang paling mudah untuk dilakukan ya. Jadi yang dijelaskan tadi adalah part yang paling mudah untuk sinkronisasi melodi dan bass secara bersama-sama. Karena itu memang secara bersama-sama guys. Notnya sama-sama. Jadi ta-da-da-tat itu berjalan bersama-sama. Akan tapi yang 1 2 3 itu jalannya beda. Kemudian ada lick arpeggio yang sangat cepat untuk dilakukan. Sambil kalian lakukan itu, kalian juga melakukan yang namanya walking bass. Bassline-nya harus benar-benar terjaga temponya. Guys ya, apalagi kalian melakukan ini melodinya guys. Melakukan yang cepat itu, kemudian ada bassline. Aku menyerah, baik. Bisa saja melakukan itu, bisa saja praktis itu, tapi membutuhkan waktu itu minimal 2 bulan kita latihan setiap hari tanpa non-stop. Ya, mungkin kita sudah tidak peduli dengan mencari nafkah. Kita hanya praktis terus. 2 bulan pasti bisa. Ya, bisa kuasai fingerstyle masa alipbata yang ini untuk pengetahuan yang saya punya. Ya, masing-masing orang mempunyai wawasan yang berbeda-beda untuk belajar sesuatu. Tapi untuk kapabilitas, kemampuan yang aku punya, aku bisa pastikan bahwa dalam 2 bulan setiap hari aku praktis, aku bisa menyamai tempo dengan masa alipbata, bisa menguasai tempo masa alipbata, bisa menjadi kurus, bisa menjadi busung lapar, bisa stres. Ya, karena itu benar-benar kalian harus fokus setiap hari jika ingin capai itu luar biasa susah. Tapi kalian bisa melihat bahwa dia pun pusing melakukannya. Ya, tapi it's okay. Yang penting ada edukasi yang bisa menunjukkan bahwa itu memang benar-benar rumit. Tingkatnya itu memang benar-benar that's crazy guys. Gila. Kesulitannya sangat-sangat tinggi. Nah, aku berharap kalian juga ya bisa untuk practice guys ya. Silahkan saja kalau mau coba. I dare you. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Aku berharap kalian semua bisa merasa terhibur. Saya Bikin mau pamit. See you and God bless guys. Bye.